I will tell you what we are doing with the new model and how we can do it together. I don't know even whether it is me to say what was wrong with the old model. The old model was almost destroying our education. Because, number one, it assumed that all the courses were the same, number one. It also assumed that government had the money to pay 80% for everybody, when it did not. And the results were disastrous. Scott Theological College, a university, closed down because of the old model. Many universities here, when I came into office, because of the old model, 23 out of 40 public universities were bankrupt. And if you are going to a university that is bankrupt, explain to me what kind of education you are going to get from a university that is bankrupt. Friends. And are there university chancellors here, vice chancellors here who know how serious that is? What was the situation? Yeah? Are they here? Vice chancellors, say many. You know, if the old model was working, tell these students the old model was good, and you know, let's go back to the old model. Yeah. So the vice chancellors are here. Any vice chancellor want to tell us? Yes. Who? This lady here, or? Oh yeah, here from Embu University.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I want to say that, indeed, as you've seen, the old model was killing our universities. And I stand here on behalf of all the universities because I'm the chairman of the Vice Chancellor's Forum. And therefore, I can talk on that mandate. And I would want to say, as of June 2023, 23 out of the 40 universities were technically insolvent. And the round one of this model, which we just started last year, has been able to get many of those universities out of that pit. And we have done simulations, and we have seen in 3 years' time, in 3 to 4 years' time, all the universities will have a turnaround, and we all stop being insolvent. And therefore, I would want to say, as Vice Chancellors, Your Excellency, we support this model because it's a model that we see is going to turn us around. For example, I would want to say University of Embu is one of those that would have been otherwise technically insolvent. In fact, in that list, I'm number 17. But I can say, as of now, we are in the positive. And it's only one round. We owned our lecturers. Because of the old model, when we raised the CMBAs, we could not be able to pay the new salaries. And we owned our lecturers and our staff members arrears for 2 years. And because of this new model, last June, May and June, we were able to pay those arrears for 2 years. So right now, University of Embu is clean. We owe nobody nothing. So it's a model, Your Excellency, we want to support, because you could draw a line, and we would have told you when all the universities will be technically insolvent in this country. But we know now that there is a turnaround, and we are going to get out of there. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Let me say this, my friend Junior. The model, the student-centered model, is actually an improvement. In your own words, you said, why don't we improve? Why don't we take the old model and make it better? This is exactly what we are doing. The household contribution was there. It is there in this model. The scholarship was there. It is there in this model. The loan was there. It is there in this model. The only difference we are making is that we are looking at how do we make children from vulnerable families, how do we assist them? How do we make sure that when we send students to a university, we also give the university resources to make sure they teach the course for which they have admitted the student? It is true. I mean, it is a fact that it doesn't cost the same to teach one course as against the other. And this funding model is sensitive to that. It is also sensitive to students who come from vulnerable families. I know I have been accused, correctly, that I sometimes think too much about poor people and I push, you know, the rich people to do things for the poor ones. But I mean, that is society. You know, I don't know how to put it. But anyway, that's that. So, you have just told me, Junior, that among the universities that we owe a lot of money is KEMU, your university, right? Do you know why we owe KEMU a lot of money? It's because of the old model, which you are telling me, let us go back to the old model. How will KEMU get out of the hole? If we continue with the old model, it means KEMU continues to accumulate debt. You know, friend, let us deal with this as openly, as transparently as possible. You know, the vice chancellors who are sitting here are not madmen and women. You know, for them to agree for us to work with this model. They've seen what happens with the old model. They participated. We worked with them. We worked on simulations. We brought in experts to look at, because the one thing we cannot do is to compromise on the quality of our education. The old model is compromising on the quality of our education, because if lecturers are not paid, if material is not available to train our doctors, if workshops are not working to train our engineers, we will end up with the wrong engineers, we will end up with the wrong doctors, we will end up with the wrong teachers, and we will destroy our country. It will be very reckless of us. It will be very irresponsible of us. Me as president, these vice chancellors as managers of our universities, you as students, for us to accept to walk a path that leads to the destruction of our country and our education, for that matter. Melody has said, Njeri has said, late disbursement. I agree with you. That is part of what brought us to this very